Good morning, students. Myself Subodh Kumar. Today is the class of Standard 8 History, Chapter 2, and Chapter 2 is from trade to territory. To understand the history, we must know how history has been classified. Means classification of history on the basis of the rulers. Actually, we have divided it on the basis of rulers. History has been mainly classified into three categories. One was ancient period. It means basically it was ruled by Hindu rulers, were the Hindu. Then medieval period. In the medieval period, rulers were the Muslims. And in the modern India, it was Christians. Actually, it was ruled by the British. In previous classes, we have read about the ancient India. In class 7, we have read about the medieval India. In medieval India, we have read about the Delhi Sultans and the Mughals. These are the two basic groups. In this class, we will read about the modern India, the rule of Christians. It means how the Christians came to India. To understand it, we have to see a little bit about the economic conditions of India. India was known as the golden world. It means it was earning much and sending its finished goods to the European market, like fine cotton, then muslin, then spices. These things had a great demand in the European market. Even can say the European peoples were addicted of especially the Indian spices, that comes the cloves, cardamom, black pepper, etc. because it gives a flavor and taste in the food. So they were very fond of these things. These things were being traded through the Silk Road. When the Silk Road was closed, it means the route through which these things were going to the European market, it was closed. So European peoples started finding out the alternate way to come to India. When they were trying, they have got it. First, we'll see 1498. I do remember, you people must have been whispering that, yes sir, I know it. 1498. It is very well known, everybody knows that direct sea route was discovered to India. It was the Portuguese. Vasco da Gama, who discovered the sea route to India, and India, they reached over here, Kerala. It is a place, it is called Calicut. They started the trading. This first European company who came to India, it was Portuguese, who came in 1498. They were trading, taking these things, means cotton, Then they're taking the muslins and the spices from the India and selling it to the European market at the high prices. It means they are making extra money for this. By seeing it simply attracted the other European company also to come to the India. The second was the Dutch. We say that today it is known as the Netherlands. Holland is also the part of Netherlands. Western part, few provinces of Netherlands of the western part is called the Holland. It's a lowland, so that's called the Netherlands. Holland, wood is there, more, it is called the Holland. Another company or power that came to India, it was the Dutch. It came in 1602. It means 1498. It was the Portuguese. Then 1602. It was the Dutch. Then another company or power also came. It was the British. It is said the British has got the British. Actually, it arrived in India in 1608. It was formed. This British East India Company was formed, British East India Company. British East India Company, it was formed on 31st December 1600. 31st December 1600 by taking the permission from the then Queen Elizabeth I. Original name of this company, there were many companies, it was the Merchant Adventures. British East India Company got the sole right to trade in the East. That's why it came to known as the British East India Company. It formed on the 31st December 1600 by taking the permission from the Queen Elizabeth. It arrived in India in 1608. It arrived at Surat. Ship. It was the name of ship. Hector was the name of the ship through which it came. And the captain was William Hawkins. William Hawkins was the captain who arrived in India. It means three powers we have got, European powers. First was the Portuguese who came to India in 1498, then Dutch who came to India, that is Netherlands, in 1602, the British East India Company, it came in 1608. Then another European power that came, it was the France, which came in 1664. French East India Company. If we summarize it, we can find it out that the four European powers which came to India, they were the Portuguese. Portuguese came in 1498, important date for us. Then it was followed by Dutch, came in 1602. Then it was followed by the British East India Company. It came in 1608. And last European power which came to India, it was France. It came in 1664. These four European powers. Portuguese, Dutch, British and France. It is very known that Portuguese squad arrived in year 1498, making the extra money by trading with India. So these four powers came for the same purpose, to trade with India and earn the maximum. Now, see what happens when the more people are there to purchase a common commodity. It means their prices increases. Their profit share also were being divided among them. It was the motto of all the powers to eliminate the other three. These powers were trying to eliminate the threes. Dutch did not last long. It escaped in the Bombay, but it went away. Portuguese confined themselves to the western part of India, basically the Goa area. France, they had made their colonies somewhere in the Pondicherry area, and British also trying to eliminate the others. At that time, British had no any fear, much fear from these two powers. It had the fear from the France and other Indian powers rulers, like if we see it was the Delhi, means Mughals. Then it was the Bengal. Then it was over here Maratha. Then over here also it was the Hyderabad. Then also over here the France. These were the threats to the British East India Company. How they put it? British established its first factory in 1651 in the Bengal at the bank of river Hooghly. First factory. That is, factory doesn't mean it was a production unit. It was the warehouse. You can see it was the godowns where the goods were being kept, and from here it was distributed, and from here it was also sold and sent to the European market for the shipping. It was a fortified area. For the fortifications, it has need later on try to making in the Madras area. Fort St. George. The fort which was made in the Madras area, now it is the secretariat of the Chennai, it is known as Fort St. George. They purchased the land in the coastal area to make it facilitate for the transportations of the goods from the India to the European market. So they made a fort in the coastal area by purchasing the land. At the time it has actually purchased the land and make the fort means completely fortified area. They can protect their goods from the Indians, hooligans. Fort St. George. They also made later on the Fort William in Bengal. How the other powers were eliminated in the previous class, means class 7 we have read already, how the Bengal become an independent nation, independent state, it become free. Murshid Quli Khan, then Ali Khan, who died in 1756, then Siraj Daud. Bengal was independent nation. how these powers were being managed, we will find that France fought a war with British in India. It is known as the Carnatic War. The three Carnatic were fought. It was around 1746 to 1763. In the Carnatic War, in this Carnatic War, the French were completely eliminated from the scene. It means they had the less threat of the France. They got it. Maratha's power was reduced in 1761. Maratha in 1761. What happened? Which one? It was the third battle of Panipat. By the third battle of Panipat, Maratha was defeated by the Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Abdali. It means for a time being, the threat that was Maratha were posing to the other Indian powers as well as also to the British, it was reduced. That means two powers came to an end. One was the France in the Carnatic War. It was fought between 1746 to 63. France was eliminated. Then we find the Maratha has already 1761 battle. They were also fighting. Now, it was becoming important for the Britishers to control the area. First they were saying that I have come only for the trade purpose. Now they try to acquire the territory. In Bengal itself, they have got the trade right given to them by the Aurangzeb, who died in 1707. Aurangzeb died in the 1707. It was the end of the great Mughals. It means after that the territory and power of the Mughal started reducing. Actually it has started during the period of Aurangzeb himself, but its territory started shrinking, reducing. The power of the Mughals started reducing. After that 1707 till 1857. It was called the later Mughals. After the death of Aurangzeb 1707, we have got this Bengal become independent state. Aurangzeb had given the trade right to the British East India Company. Free trade, that means trade without paying the taxes. When the Siraj-ud-Dawla was met, the Nawab of Bengal, he found that the Britishers are misusing the trade right that was given to them. They were giving the dastas, means duty-free trade. It was only for the company, not for the officials. Officials also engaged themselves in for the trade purpose because they were exempted from paying the taxes. They started accumulating the wealth, and at the same time, it was also giving the loss to the Nawab of Bengal. When the Siraj-ud-Dawla become the Nawab of Bengal, then they tried to stop the British from the duty-free trade. It was the reason that conflict started between the British East India Company and the Nawab of Bengal. They were asked to pay the tribute to the rulers means Sirajuddaulah or Nawab Bengal for trade purpose. It was also announced that will not be given any facilities that they are approving. And Britishers were asked to stop the minting the coins. British were minting the coins in their own names. So Sirajuddaulah asked them to stop minting the coins. It was become a bone of contention between the Bengal Nawab and the British East India. British East India Company made a blame that the rulers' officials are harassing them for the trades. They also wrote the disrespectful letters. It means all were the scenario that was being created for a war that was happening. We have discussed earlier that British started making the fort. That is, the name of the fort was Fort William in Bengal. British had made Fort William. They were started fortifications. It was objected by the Nawab, don't fortify it, but they did not stop. And it is said that he has told that it will be the trench they are making around the fort, it will be filled with the head of the Muslims. Then Nawab approached with his army, captured the Fort Williams. This message went to the Madras, from where the Robert Clive. Robert Clive actually was the accountant over there, were sent to the Bengal. He was a very clever one, very clever person. Sirajuddaulah had the army chief, is called Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar was the commander-in-chief, one of the commander-in-chief of Sirajuddaulah. It was British gave them some type of allurement that come to my side. It means it was secretly that if we win the war, I will make you the Nawab of the Bengals. It means the scene was already created. Robert Clive was also assisted by the two bankers at the times in the Bengal, the Amit Chand. The bankers helped them. Mir Jafar secretly made a contract with the Nawab. So it was a vital that war is going to take place. The war took place on 23rd June 1757 at Plassey. It means it is also known as the Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey was fought on 23rd June 1757 between Nawab of Bengal and British East India Company. Nawab Bengal led by Sirajuddaulah with the commander-in-chief Mir Jafar. A British East India Company was led by the Robert Clive. Victory was sensed by the British East India Company because Mir Jafar did not order his troops to go in the war. He did not give any support to go in the war. And Sirajuddaulah fought only with his soldiers, means his bodyguards. It did not last long and war was indeed in the day. He said at the start in the morning until noon it was about to finish. It did not take long time. It means he has to flee, later on he was caught and killed, and Mir Jafar became the Nawab Bengal. Battle of Plassey. It plays a very important role in the history of India because it was the first major victory of East India Company, better to say British East India Company in India, and we can say that it was the political win of the British East India Company. It gave them the sense that we have to acquire the territory if we have to last long in the trade. 1757, it means the power of the Nawab Bengal was seized because Nawab Bengal was defeated. It means, see the map over here, Bengal was seized. We have also discussed that France was also made to reduce their power. They have to leave India by the three Carnatic War. Maratha was defeated in 1761. It means this power after 57 means France, then we can say Maratha was surrendered. Mir Jafar was made the Nawab Bengal. Britishers were thinking that now Bengal, that is Mir Jafar, would act as the puppet rulers. But it could not do because he has to give some responsibility towards the subject also. Then Mir Jafar was deposed, and on the place of Mir Jafar, Mir Qasim was made the Nawab Bengal. I say Mir Jafar in 1760 he was removed, and on his place Qasim was made the Nawab of Bengal, in the hope that it also have the act as a puppet rules. But it also did not happen. Then Mir Qasim made a alliance. Mir Qasim he was the Nawab Bengal. Then Salam to Imperial, then Suja Ud Dola, Nawab of these three powers. Mughals, Awadh means it is known as the Lucknow, and Bengal. These three powers in the most fertile area joined hand to fight against the British. And battle took place in 1764. Battle of Buxar had taken place. It means it was versus the combined army of Nawab Bengal Nawab of Awadh and Mughal emperors versus the British East India Company. As a result, we know it. In this battle also, these three combined army was badly defeated the British East India Company, and it was the major and permanent victory of British East India Company in India, or we can say that the British rule started in India in 1764 onward. Still, it has not interfered directly in the British Indian rule. British did not interfere directly in the Indian rules they have made. The most miserable conditions of Bengal was from 1764 to 1772, because it was the rule of dual governmentship in Bengal. Dual government, as the name suggests, it means it was the two government. In Bengal, there was a two government. One was the British and then Nawab. Mir Jafar was also made the Nawab in 1764. After that he died. British had got the right to collect the land revenue, but no responsibility. Nawab had the responsibility, but not the collection rights. It means condition of peoples of the Bengal was very miserable. How it has gone? To understand it, we have to go through it. After any battle, a treaty is signed. After any battle, we find a treaty is signed. A treaty was signed in 1765. 1765. A treaty was signed between the loser and the winner. It is known as the Treaty of Allahabad. In this first conditions it was there. Nawab of Awadh was made responsible for the war, so he had to pay rupees 50 lakhs. As a compensation to the British East India Company. 50 lakhs rupees, 50 lakhs were paid to the British East India Company by the Nawab of Awadh. Then second thing that they had to lose, it was the district of Allahabad and Kara. These two things were handed over by the Nawab of Awadh, who was made the responsibility of war. The British handed over this the district of Allahabad and Kara to the Mughal emperors. It was handed over to Mughals. British also promised to pay 24 lakhs to the Nawab of Mughal emperors, and in return Diwali Acts. The Mughal emperor provided the Diwali rights to collect land revenue. Treaty of Allahabad note in the history because it has created a sense that British started ruling India, and also they started thinking the expansion of their territory. 1765, out of the three powers, Nawab Awad was made the responsible for the war, so he had to pay rupees 50,000 as a compensation. Then he had to cede the district of Allahabad and Bukhara to the British East India Company. British East India Company handed over the districts of Allahabad and Bukhara to the Mughal emperors. British East India Company also promised that he would pay rupees 24 lakhs to the Mughals who had to live in the Varanasi, and in lieu of British Mughal emperor provided them the Diwani rights, which means right to collect the land. Okay, till you go through it.